In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace emergency brake shoes on a Nissan NV2500. They are located behind the rear wheel. Once you've raised and lifted and supported your vehicle safely, you need to take off all 8 of your 21mm lug nuts. And your center cap. Once you have all lug nuts removed, remove your wheel. Once you removed your wheel, you have 2 24mm bolts that hold your brake caliper bracket onto your rear differential. You need to remove those. You want to hold on to your caliper because once you remove your lower bolt, your caliper is going to want to fall off the rotor. Slide your caliper off the rotor. And you can hang it off to the side. Now you can slide your rotor off straight towards you and put that off to the side. Your brake shoes are held together with the spring on the top. You need to remove this spring. I'm just taking a pair of pliers, pulling straight to my left and unhooking the hook and removing the spring. Right below our spring is our adjuster. If we pull our shoes outwards, you can slide your adjuster straight up and out and put that off to the side. Your brake shoe is mounted to your backing plate by a spring, a pin, and a cap. So if you take your brake shoe on the top, push straight out, you can get to it. I use a pair of pliers, install it onto the cap, lock it down, hold the pin in from the back, push straight forward, and twist. Once it's unclipped, remove your cap, your spring, and your pin. You can push straight and pull it out the back. Now you want to do the same thing on the other side. On the back side of your backing plate, you're going to have your emergency brake cable. It's held on by one 14mm bolt. You need to remove this bolt to unlatch this cable. Once your bolt is removed, pull out on the cable, take it out of the holder and off this slide, and just put it off to the side. The lever that you just disconnected on the opposite side goes into this mechanism. You need to take this mechanism off by prying out on your shoe and unlatching the 2 pins. There. And there. Now you can just pull straight out and put it off to the side. These are the 2 latches that you need to remove. To remove your brake shoes from your backing plate, pull outwards on the 2 top and pull straight down. Now that we have our old shoes and our spring on our bench, we need to remove this spring and install it onto our new shoes. On the back side, you'll see the 2 hooks. Just unhook the shoe. Do the same for this side. Take your shoes, discard those shoes. New shoes in. Install your spring into your new shoes by sliding the spring down into the pocket. Same thing with this one. Just like that. Once you have your spring installed, just put that off to the side. This is your emergency brake cable lever mechanism. You want to make sure that that slides properly and is not stuck, which this one is fine. You can put that off to the side. This is your emergency brake shoe adjuster. Unscrew your adjuster all the way out. Clean the threads with a wire brush. Take some high heat paste, install it into the tube. Reinstall your adjuster. Make sure that moves freely. Put that off to the side. Take a wire brush to your pins and clean your pins. Now we're back at the backing plate. You have 6 contacts where your shoe sits up against your backing plate. You want to clean all 6 of those. There are 3 on each side. Now you can take a little bit of anti-seize, put it on the contacts. And do the same for the other 3. Now we have our new brake shoes ready to install onto our backing plate. These tabs here and here, you want inside these 2 slots. If you take it like that, install one side, pull on the other side, wrap it around. Just watch the spring doesn't fall out. Now you're going to install your mechanism for your emergency brake cable. Slide that through the boot. Hook part always goes towards the rear of the vehicle. Now you want to install these 2 hooks into the 2 parts of the emergency brake shoe by prying them out. We're back to the back side of the backing plate. Now it's time to reinstall our emergency brake cable. Put the cable around the hook, slide it through the bracket, and install your bolt. Tighten your bolt. Now you want to torque that bolt down to 45 foot-pounds. To install your pins, your springs, and your caps, you need to align the hole in your shoe that's on the side and the hole that's on the side of the backing plate with your pin. When you slide your pin through the backing plate in the back, put your cap with your spring on the front. Your pin is going to slide through your cap. Then you're going to turn your cap and lock it in. You need to hold your shoe out to the side, and it's not going to want to do that because of the bottom spring. So here's a tech tip. Take your old brake shoe, slide it in between the new brake shoe and your hub, and that will hold it into place. Now you're going to take your pin, slide it into the back of the backing plate, through the hole, and through the hole of your shoe. You want to hold your pin with your fingers in the back, slide your spring over, then install your cap. Remove your shoe. Now you're locked in. Now do the same for the other side. Now we're at the top of the brake shoes. You have your adjuster. This side of the adjuster always goes to the rear of the vehicle. It has a slot that slides onto your brake shoe on one side and then onto the brake shoe onto the other. Our adjuster has a rubber plug. You can pull that out from behind, put it off to the side. Now we're going to install our top spring. Make sure that's secure. When you're adjusting your brake shoes, you're going to take a tool like this from the back side and move up and down. That's going to adjust your shoes. The reason why we removed our rubber boot is because we're going to use a tool to adjust our e-brake shoes. So we can install our rotor first, then we'll do our adjustment. Slide your rotor over your e-brake shoes. Once you have your vehicle in neutral and your rotor is on, you want to spin your rotor and listen for your brake shoes hitting the inside of the rotor. You want to have a little bit of drag and a little bit of noise. Just like that. Once they're adjusted, reinstall your rubber plug. Once you installed your rubber plug, put your vehicle back into park. Now we can reinstall our caliper back onto our rotor. Tighten both of our bolts. Torque both of them down to 111 foot-pounds. Remove your hook. Once you have your wheel installed onto your vehicle, install your center cap and your lug nuts. Now you can tighten down all your lug nuts. Now you want to torque down all your lug nuts to 131 foot-pounds.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.